welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is 6 o'clock-ish. It's Monday night. Means it's time for another edition of the Coach's Show. We have got Great Falls High Wrestling on the agenda. Luis Carannza, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, good to have you, man. Before we get too far into the wrestling topic, last week in sports, basketball happened. Flathead 52, Great Falls High 47. I was at that game, man. That was tough. That was tough to watch. They had it. They really had it. But Boston Case, your player of the game, man, he had a heck of a game. CMR 64, Glacier 63 with a buzzer beater. I got sent that video saying I picked the wrong game to be at that night.
I saw that. That was sweet. That was a cool buzzer beater.
And then CMR 61, Flathead 50, and then Glacier 62, Great Falls High 43. That's the boys action. Girls action, a little different. CMR 60, Flathead 46, and then CMR 70, Glacier 40. And for the girls, Great Falls High 42, Flathead 39, and Great Falls High 62, Glacier 42. So a little bit different for the girls' side than the boys' side. But hey, I think they'll get it. I always say, bad teams never stay bad, and I don't even think they're bad. I think it's the start of a season.
That's right. They'll get
That's
there.
where we are with you guys. We start every wrestling season with the Winter Classic hosted at CMR, but you guys have had a few duels, meets. Like overall, what's your outlook for the season as we get ready for it?
Yeah, no, we're a young team, we're a scrappy team, and we're going to continue to get better. We had the Flathead duels a couple weeks ago at home, and it was a good wake up call. It was good. We needed that. We needed that to go into Mining City this last weekend, and we had a pretty good showing, and we're just going to keep it rolling.
Yeah, man. I mean, the wrestling meets, especially crosstown for this city, are always a lot of fun. And this year it's at Great Falls High, right?
It's in the Coliseum, baby.
Oh, man. You guys get to host it. That's going to be fun. Last year, you guys took it, had a couple of wrestlers of the meet. There was Jordan Katzenberger.
Cat, baby.
That was crazy. That was his first time wrestling as a senior, and he went out there and got one of the upsets. So, other than your shining stars that you've brought with you tonight, who we will talk to, who's looking to really make a name for themselves on the mat this year?
Oh man, we have a pile of kids. Ross Tolliver, he had a good weekend. He got again wake up call early at Mining City, and he bounced back and looked great against the Gallatin kid. That they usually go back and forth, and man, he looked good. Yeah. He looked really good. Yeah. And then we got caught in the senior duel, so we're gonna look to change that one on Thursday. So. Couple of the young kids too. We have again Carter Whittish, signs of good things to happen with Carter, and then Brandon Schoen, and again another senior that decided to come out late, and man, he's a stud. And we're glad to have him, and he's going to do a lot of good things for us.
Well, for those of you watching the live stream, if you have any questions for Coach or any of my guests, feel free to drop them in the comments. And I hate myself for this because I remember doing a story on her. She basically kicked down there's opening the door and there's breaking it. She kicked the damn thing down for girls wrestling in this city, Great Falls High. She wrestled about 3 years ago. You remember who was that?
Kaylin
Taylor, man, and she's wrestling at the next level, right?
Yeah, she's over in Kentucky at Cumberland's University. And,
wow.
Kind of a funny story about that.
Yeah.
So it was the first year that girls wrestling was sanctioned.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we knew she was tough. We knew we had some special there. And we get to the state tournament, and it was the finals was a random draw. Mm-hmm. And those things, I was like, whatever, it's whatever weight class.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I was like, I kind of hope she's the first one, so we can say that we have the first ever in the history of Montana.
Yeah.
And luckily they did, and we did.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I was talking with one of the girls from CMR at the last coach's show, just talking about how, I had a conversation with a girl basketball player from Gallatin. I said, you guys are such a new school. Everything that you do is kind of like the first that it's being done. Your names are going to be in those record books until those records fall. And for girls wrestling, that's how it is for Great Falls High and CMR. Like, what was that journey like for her, like from a coach's perspective?
Oh man, it was new. I mean, first year sanctioned sport. We kind of approached it with the same mentality that we do with the boys, but everything was you're the first.
Yeah,
you're the first. So that was, it was an awesome journey, and she had an amazing high school career, and now she's kicking butt and taking names in Kentucky.
when I remember the first time I saw her, I didn't know that's who it was. I just see this girl in a hoodie with these glasses on and her hair in this ponytail, and I'm just like, oh, that must be like one of the wrestlers, like little sisters or something, you know. And all of a sudden, like she goes out there and she starts throwing kids around, and I'm like, what? Like
You'd never guess it.
you'd never
Never.
guess it, man.
Oh,
The history there, and just to watch that journey was something you only get it once like
that's
that,
it.
you know. And so that was really special. But now you guys, obviously, both schools have incredible wrestling squads. Like, what is Crosstown going to be like this year?
We got a little preview this last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's always fun when we wrestle those guys, and they're up and coming. They have a pile of kids that are tough and that know how to wrestle and know how to scrap. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, like we said, we got a little preview this weekend. We have some stuff to work on, but show up on Crosstown. It's gonna be a good time.
So the classic, because it's kind of a hometown meet for you guys, but it's like you're getting sample sizes from all across the state. Like what kind of a measuring stick, or is it one for you guys?
Oh,
This
absolutely.
classic.
Absolutely. If you place at the Holiday, I mean, you're a top dog. You're one of the best in the state for sure. And it's good to get an early test. We love early tests, and we never shy away from competition. We like that tough competition. So yeah, no, we're excited. Kids are scrapping. They're chomping at the bit. They're ready to go.
Well, I can't have these wrestling conversations on the Coach's Show without talking about my personal favorite, which is pro wrestling. Apparently, Coach Jensen is a huge pro wrestling fan. What about you?
He's a bigger fan than me.
Okay, fair
for
enough.
sure.
I don't know who's a bigger fan than him after that conversation.
Yeah, he loves it, and I can't. I'm not on the same level, but I actually grew up watching WCW, WWF.
Nice.
That's kind of why I started wrestling,
Wow. Okay.
and it wasn't what I expected. And then my Mexican background, like Mexican wrestling, like is big,
Yeah.
and I have a couple masks.
Do you like
yeah.
ones of other super, or like ones that were
luchador
made
mask.
for you?
No, luchador mask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so no, I grew up watching that stuff, and then as I got older, I hate to admit it, I kind of went away from it. But like I was a big like Hardy Boys, like those were my guys.
Nice. So there was a spot in Spokane. It's closed now, surprisingly. I thought they had great food. It was called like Sweeto Burrito or something, and their logo was a luchador mask. When you went in there, you could pick from this giant bin of all these different masks that they had brought with them. There weren't, I don't think, the same two. Like no two were
No
the
way.
same in the whole thing. So me and my wife got a couple. We would kind of wear that, you know, on WrestleMania and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Royal Rumble, and just get into it. I was a huge Rey Mysterio fan, you know, when
Yeah.
I got into the
Yeah.
early days, because they're crazy wild with the luchador style, man. So you're a fan of that, and then you find out that it's like two very different types of wrestling. But I mean, did you ever try to get into being a luchador at all, or see what that might have taken to go down that path?
Not really.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't say I did. No, unfortunately, it would have been fun. It's entertainment.
Yeah, you watch this kind of wrestling so long, and you're like, man, I want that kid to pull out a steel chair and just take a swing at this kid, or somebody needs to jump off the top rope. Somebody needs to cut a promo. Like I'm just begging for it. But it's been great competition the years that I've been here. The Holiday Classics, the Crosstowns, all that have been so much fun. And you know, I think what's funny is that you look around and you see people that might have that that WWE kind of itch that might need scratched. Have you had anybody, past or present, that could have gone that route, either their personality?
It's been a few years now, but we had he needs to find some avenue to get there, and I will do whatever I can to get him there.
Yeah,
we
let's
had
do it.
a young man, Jackson Pelagi.
Jackson Pelagi. Okay.
I mean, he is the guy.
He's the guy to be that.
I would walk in the wrestling room, and we had like a little throwing dummy, and he would be beating the crap out of that dummy. He had a chair on the mat. He would do the Stone Cold Stunner on it. He'd do the Tombstone on it, and then he'd do the whole Undertaker, throw the hair back and tongue out. It was. I'll have to show you a video. I got a video of that.
So Dane McMahon last year got one of my athletes of the meet for track, and when he got the belt, he knew what to do with it. Like he understood the assignment. He went full Undertaker and Batista on me, and I was like, dude, yes, you get it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That because yeah, that's what body pillows are for, man. Like they're when you're like 9, they're the same height as you. You throw them around, you drop elbows off the couch. I mean, that's growing up. That's
Heck
the
yeah.
90s, man.
That's
There
good
wasn't
living.
TikTok. That was good living. Absolutely.
Oh man.
Well, we got some Christmas questions, and some wrestling questions. I know now the difference between a duel and a meet, and there's times that you and CMR will share the same facility but not wrestle each other. I mean, how does that work as far as, I guess getting to state and earning points and team wins? Like, what are wins and losses chalked up to at the end of the day?
I mean, mostly individual. If it's an individual tournament setting, those individuals earn the points toward the team, and it's kind of goofy. If you had my personal opinion, if we're in the same town,
Yeah.
and we have two schools that come to town,
Yeah.
why are we doing it at one school? Like we should host our own. That's my personal opinion. But it's fun when we all get together and just throw a bunch of mats on a basketball floor, the site that I adore.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. You guys, has there ever been talk about Great Falls High hosting the holiday, or is that always going to be a CMR thing?
I think it's just going to always be a CMR thing, which it's awesome. I mean, the tradition is there. Why take it away? We do on Friday night though. Friday we'll have the girls over at.
Okay, yeah, I saw that on the schedule. So that's exciting stuff. So you guys get all ramped up and all hyped up, and then it's a break, and then you come back to it. How do you keep your guys and girls on it during that break, especially the toughest break that there is as far as like weight management?
No, it's tough for sure. Gotta have disciplined kids.
Gotta
have disciplined kids. And then I give our kids a team. What do I give you guys? 4 days, 5 days, 4 days.
They're like, yeah, 5 days.
About 4 days. And then I mean we hit it hard. We have 2 days. We do a little technique in the morning, and then we come back and just scrap.
Yeah.
Get ready for that lacrosse tournament.
You said that you guys were having a really good practice tonight. What does a good practice look like?
Lots of sweat, a little bit of blood.
That's awesome. Anybody cry? Like, is that the perfect practice? If somebody cries, you have blood, sweat, and tears.
As long as it's not a coach, I think that might be too perfect.
That might be too perfect. Oh man. Okay, so the holiday season just around the corner. This I actually think might be our last one before we take a Christmas break ourselves here at Stadium. We're gonna figure that out Thursday, so stay tuned. But worst Christmas gift you ever got?
Oh man. When I was younger, or just at any time?
All time, yeah. But I think it's easier to pinpoint younger because we all had like specific wants when we were going through, the early years and the teen years.
It depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom, when I was young, she got me a Dallas Cowboys coat.
Ooh, yeah.
So now I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan forever. So I love it, but when you look back on it, that was probably the worst gift she could have got me.
For me, that's the worst gift anybody can get somebody.
Now I'm a Dallas fan for life.
Wow, man.
Can you believe that?
I don't think that's how it works. You could get out of that. There's a clause in there somewhere.
I'm pretty faithful. I can't.
I will respect and appreciate that. Okay, yeah.
Clothes growing up, and now I love clothes. I want clothes.
That's fair. Is there a specific brand now that you've grown to love, or love that you see that? Oh, your Bison brand.
give me some Bison gear, and I'm happy. That or hunting gear. I like that.
There we go. Yeah. I need some hunting gear, and then I love getting free stuff from schools. I keep telling all the guys that have gone on to like Tech and Carroll and Northern. I was just like, "Where's my care packages, guys?" They're like, "We're freshmen. We don't get free stuff." Yeah. Okay. Some of you are. Others of you are like juniors now. Yeah. Like, where's my free stuff?
Yeah.
Why am I going to these events not representing? So we'll see. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Free swag is always nice.
I'll get you some. I see what you're doing. I'll get you hooked up. Just send me the size.
Yeah, I throw my little plugs in there where I can. All right, so everybody knows the story of the Red Ryder BB gun because we're coming up on that day where that is on loop, on repeat. It's the one Christmas movie I can't stand because it's everywhere. But I get the story. I had a Red Ryder BB gun. I love that thing, man. What was your Red Ryder BB gun? Like the gift that you begged, pleaded, bargained for?
Ooh. Yeah. I It's weird. I really wanted to skateboard growing up.
Nice. Okay.
I really want. I thought in my head it was not everyone was doing it. Everyone was skating. I really wanted to be a skateboarder, and then I finally got it, and I think I played with it for like a couple weeks. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
So growing up, I was the same because all my friends skateboarded, and I was like, okay, I want to be part of the cool kid club. You know, I
Yeah,
want to skateboard. So I got some of the clothes. Like I shopped exclusively at Zoomies for
Zoomies.
like 3 years, right?
Yeah. Oh,
All
yeah.
through junior high, I'm shopping at Zoomies. I got the hats, I got the shirts. Snowboarding, I got a lot of gear for that because you go where the snow is when you snowboard. With skateboarding, though, here's the catch. So I had the shoes, I had the shirts, the jeans, all that stuff. Didn't have the skateboard because I grew up out where you turn off on the dirt road.
Ooh,
So I had nowhere to skate.
that'd be tough.
And then the times that I would try to skate with my friends who were doing it 24/7 in their cul-de-sac or neighborhood,
Yeah.
I was not good. And so it became this thing of like, I'd rather not embarrass myself. And I'm just going to kind of live the life without like living the life. You know, you guys
Yeah.
will see me and I'll blend in, but I'll like cheer you on from the side. So it was tough. But yeah, I'm right there with you. I wanted to skateboard really bad.
Yeah.
Snowboarding was fun though. I took to that. That was a lot of fun. We have a question from Kylie says, what is your proudest part of the Bison wrestling tradition or community?
Oh, she knows what it is.
She wants to hear you say it.
What is the proudest part of the Bison wrestling? I mean, just how tight knit group the Bison wrestling community is. I mean, this community is second to none.
It's fantastic.
It's the best community, the best support.
Yeah.
Man, it's so special, and I'm so blessed to be part of this wrestling community. I love it. I mean, I want to trade it for the world.
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, been here. This is my 4th Christmas here, and my wife and I are just like this was not on our bingo card as far as places to live.
Right.
Like I don't even think, even growing up in Spokane, we know of Montana because we envy Montana. We're just like that's where everything that we get here in Eastern Washington is, but like up to 11. You know, it's
Yeah.
like they got taller mountains, they got clearer streams somehow, and all this good stuff. And so we knew of Billings, Missoula, and I think Helena, and we had never heard of Great Falls. So we were in the one place that we had never heard of growing up in Spokane.
Oh man.
But it's really like adopted us, and then we've adopted the city. So we're happy to be here. But you're dead on about that community thing. So as far as Christmas time, you see a lot of movies, hear a lot of songs. Let's go for what's the greatest Christmas movie ever?
So I got to do my little plug. I used
Okay.
to very strongly dislike Christmas.
Really? Wow.
I was
Okay.
a Grinch. I was the Scrooge. Call me whatever. I did not like Christmas for a long time. I had kids, and now I love Christmas. It's fun. If I had to pick one, it's either I really like Elf. I mean, that's kind of
Oh, yeah.
cliche now, but I really like Elf.
Elf's solid.
Christmas Vacation's funny. It gets me going. My wife, that's a big one that they watch with their family. So I'm like, yeah, I like that.
So Christmas Vacation is one that my wife hates, and I'm okay with it because like I think there's moments in it that are definitely funny, but then there's moments where it's like I think as you get older and you start to realize some of the things happening, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Like the start of the movie when he's in there and he starts flirting with the cashier, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
So she hates it because it was like the one movie that one of her like ex-boyfriend's families had to watch every Christmas. And so she's like, it's just a bad memory association. I'm like, I get it. I love Elf, and I remember being called crazy for loving that movie. I was like, this is going to be a classic. Like, you watch. Like, I know it's Will Ferrell, and we're like high on Will right now because Saturday Night Live and everything. But you watch. This will be a classic 10 years from now.
Oh,
I don't even think it took that long.
No.
But she's a huge fan of the Grinch, so we turn our apartment or house into Whoville every year. So it balances out. But yeah, there was a kid on last week who said it's not Christmas until like one of his family members cries. And I was like, wow, okay, that was deep. So was there some deep-seated issue that you didn't like Christmas, or was it all hype and no substance kind of deal?
Yeah, just everyone's so wrapped up with like the gifts and
Fair enough. I can see that.
my wife is watching, but the lights and I had to put up the lights again this year. No, it was, I don't know. I feel like for the longest time, at least in my head, like people around me like just lost the true meaning of Christmas. But it's cool. I like it now. It's awesome. It's fun.
All right, and then finish the sentence. It's not Christmas until
December. Until after Thanksgiving.
That's the second time I've heard that answer, and it's still just as funny. And there was a kid who I forget who it was that said it, but he was just so dead serious. He's like, until it's December. You know, it's like, wow. He's like, it's not before, it's not during. Like it's once December hits, that means Christmas time, and not a minute before. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like people, and again, no disrespect to anyone that do your own thing, whatever, but people that put up like their Christmas decorations stuff before Thanksgiving drives me nuts. I can't say that.
So I think for us, what it's come down to is that we don't have like a lot of Thanksgiving traditions. We have some for Christmas, and as a result, we haven't accumulated like Thanksgiving decor. So it's like once we're done taking down the Halloween stuff, it's like, do we really want to give this a few weeks and then all of a sudden take that all down and put new stuff back up? So
that's a pain in the butt.
She'll start to like slowly just like put a thing here and the thing.
But see, that's fine. That's fine. It's like when you go all out and it's like, it's November.
Yeah, December 1st rolls around and it's like what wasn't there last night is now there this morning.
And that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I'm probably going to be one of those people here in a couple of years. I'll be the first one out.
Well, as far as schools or wrestlers, because I'm going to ask these guys the same thing when we talk to them. Is there a school that's like your school that is your true test of how good you guys are going to be that season?
Oh man. I mean, the obvious answer right there is going to be West Flathead, which Flathead took it to us. Really, any double A, you can't overlook anyone, and I'll steal the line from Coach Cheat. I mean, at double A, you got to be ready for everyone and anyone. Yeah, I mean, whoever's lined up across from us, come double A time.
What's your favorite part about the wrestling season?
Everything.
The
grind. Embrace the grind, the hard work that the kids put in, and just the growth that they show us. And nothing beats, in my opinion, watching a kid accomplish their goals. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you certainly sound like the right man for the job. I mean, if you don't have a passion for wrestling, I don't know what you're doing, because there's sports I think you can kind of autopilot through and teach fundamentals and like be there and encourage them and whatnot. But I think wrestling, like, you've got to be invested.
Oh man,
like, all in. Like, you got to be ready to throw down on the mat in a moment's notice.
It's the one sport where, man, and I've always said this, it would be so tough to just go in there and work that hard day in, day out, and just get your butt handed to you.
Like,
back.
There's a few times I've stopped by like the football practices after school, and when I go to Great Falls High, I'm always curious. I'm like, is Cheetah going to be suited up today? Like, I just wonder what line he has to cross before I see him out there in pads and a helmet. Leading by example. He just strikes me as that type that would do it.
And that's the really awesome part about wrestling is, I mean, these guys both beat me out. It's fun. I get in there every once in a while. I'm getting too old for it, though.
Oh, man, don't say that.
It's fun.
All right, well, before we get to our two guests, we have a segment that we wrap up with every coach here called Fishing for Compliments with Coach. So we have this little fish bowl here. They're numbered fishies, and then you get your fishing pole.
Oh.
Fish one out of there.
All right.
Let's see what we get here.
Come here.
Oh,
Coach Comack would be extremely disappointed.
There we go. Okay, I'll take this guy. Number 5. All right, so my handy dandy key here says number 5 is Coach's Choice. So the others are, you give me a compliment about their personality, their style, what they wear, or their skills on the mat, or stuff like that. So it's your choice what you want to compliment them on.
These two?
Yeah.
They're great human beings.
Really?
Great human beings. They work hard, never have to get after them. No, they do the right things on the mat, off the mat. They're awesome. Wouldn't trade them for the world.
Awesome.
Great kids.
Awesome. Well, they were here before you, so yeah, I'll take. They're like, I think he's on his way. All right. Do you know who's up first between the two of them?
There we go.
Oh,
Jace face.
Comac.
Jace face.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be back after a commercial break, but thank you so much,
Appreciate it.
Coach
Thanks for having
Carranza. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So don't go anywhere. We got Jace Comac coming up after this.
The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors, Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House, family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too, located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today, 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride.
All right, we are back. We've got Jace Comac. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. And you're recovering from an injury. How's that going for you?
It's going pretty good. We just had the first weekend of hard wrestling, and it was a challenge, but we got through it, and it went pretty well so far.
All right. Well, I got to know. So you guys start wrestling, and then you have some meets and some duels and even a full-fledged tournament. And then it's Christmas time, and there's going to be family, and there's going to be food, and there's going to be food. And you guys got to watch your weight. You guys got to stay motivated, stay hungry, basically. Like, is that wrong to say it's torture, or am I just looking at it from the wrong perspective?
I mean, as a high schooler, you want to say it's torture right now, but I think in the long run, it's worth it. But I think that's the difference between wrestling and other sports. You have to have the dedication and motivation to stay disciplined and just do what's right to keep your body healthy for the sport.
Do you think it would work any other time of the year? Or is this like, it has to be during the winter because that means Christmas time and cookies and pudding and all this good stuff? It's like, I've got to keep myself in check because I'm not going to have that in the summer or in the spring or in the fall. It's winter only. Like, do you think it would work at all?
I don't know, maybe. Sometimes after season, I ask my mom to make me a cake because I couldn't have it over Christmas. But
because college wrestling started before Thanksgiving. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. Like, but and we got some Argos that are ranked 1, 8, 20. I mean, it's crazy. They're having a really good season right now. So have you thought about life after Great Falls High, like where you want to go wrestle at?
Yeah, I have a little bit. January, I'll have an official visit here at Providence. It's a little weird. It's my dad, but he's also the coach there, so gotta play pretend for a little bit.
I was gonna say, I know that there's a lot of kids out there that basically they either play for their parents at high school level or they might run into their parents at the collegiate level. You're one of the rare ones that has that at the collegiate level. But I mean, is there anybody that you would trust more than your dad? Because obviously, like, wrestling in your household probably doesn't stop once you come home and once he comes home. I mean, it's probably a 24/7 thing, right?
Oh yeah, it's always just watching or talking about wrestling. It's never really a break.
Now, do you ever feel like you could use like a different perspective then as a result? Like, okay, so I know dad has taught me everything that he can. I know all like his fundamentals and he's teaching. So now I kind of need to go and experience something different just so I have that kind of outside the box, different perspective. Like, have you ever thought that way before?
Yeah, I just love watching videos of other wrestlers, wrestling coaches, and then being in a room full of great coaches other than my dad, like Carannza, Coach Alex Calvi, Coach Swift, Coach Trevor Forshinger. They're just amazing people and different perspective from my dad for sure. But they put them all together, and it's great.
Okay, so just between you and me, you can be honest here. This is a safe space. In their prime, same weight, who wins between your dad and Carannza over there?
I think Carannza, to be honest.
Wow.
I think my dad is a better coach than he was wrestler, but I'm not too sure about the history with him. But from what I know,
Providence must be your second choice if you're making compliments like that.
maybe it might be.
Irish Firthmeyer went to the Midwest for a little while, and he said that when he got there, he could tell just instantly that there's a very distinct difference between Midwest tough and Montana tough. And that's going from a whole section of a country to a single state. Have you experienced that? Because I'm assuming you've probably either had meets over there or you've gone to check out schools or even wrestled kids from there. Like, is that something that you believe in as well?
Yeah, I think so. Going to Denver, we've gone to Denver trips a lot, and most of our Montana kids are very successful down in tournaments over there. And just the West region, a lot of Montana is just very successful, and they compete very well and usually come out on top most of the time with everybody. So I think Montana is a very special place for wrestling that gets overlooked at a little bit, but we also don't produce the same as Pennsylvania or otherwhere like that. But our toughness is for sure at the top.
Well, when it comes to looking at colleges, I've noticed that Iowa State's started to climb up the ranks. You've got Michigan, Ohio, some of the Big Ten schools, obviously Kansas, those schools. What's the ultimate that a really good wrestler in Montana is aiming for? Like, what's the best school right now as far as you're concerned?
I think Iowa State is a really good one. There's been past wrestlers from Montana that have gone there before. Kale Florshinger, I guess, going to Wyoming, committed. That's a great place for him for sure. The people, the area, just like Montana, and the wrestling coaches there are great too. So
as far as life after college, then, are you thinking the Olympic route or get a gimmick and do the pro wrestling route?
I'm not so hooked on the WWE pro wrestling stuff. I watch clips. I used to watch clips a lot with my brother. He kind of got me onto it for a little bit growing up, and then it's never stuck with it. But I think just going to college and wrestling, and my goal would be to be an All-American at the NAI level, and then if that comes sooner, then maybe move up to the higher levels of wrestling. But just wrestle in college and then get a job and a career after that.
So no Olympics for you? I mean, that's like in sports, the greatest honor that you can have is representing your country that level, doing something and that's mano a mano, man. That's not like a race where you're trying to outrun 5 other people. That's you against another guy.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That takes a whole nother level of commitment.
You're like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
I will say, though, as far as the pro wrestling route, I had heard from a few people, and I knew a guy who was in NXT and his wife, and he said that there's a real interest starting to gain momentum. And this happened around the Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar era, too, and they're kind of circling back to that. And that is that they're wanting to find guys and girls that have a background in athletics, be it football or wrestling, because they want people that are ready for the technical side of things. Like, they can develop a character and mic skills, but if you've got that in-ring experience and know the fundamentals and the technique, it's like that's harder to teach. And
for
so
sure.
when it's an easier transition for you guys to get in there and sort of pull punches and jump off top ropes than it is to cut a promo. So I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibilities, but have you ever thought what your gimmick would be, like what your nickname or character at all?
I usually just think about what I would do in the ring, not really what I'd call myself. But wrestling comes with a gymnastic side for sure. So I feel like if I were to go down that road, I'd be pretty successful.
You gotta start giving these guys nicknames. Like, they need nicknames and entrance music.
I used to be called Macho Nacho growing up.
Macho Nacho?
Yeah.
How do you even get that name?
It's a T-shirt I bought when I was really young, and there's a Dorito on the front and flexing muscles. It was Macho Nacho.
Wow, I love it, dude. That might be the best nickname I've heard. Macho Nacho. Oh, All right, so you guys have had some meets, some duels, Mining City, all that. I mean, how you feeling? Where you're at, and then obviously where you want to finish.
I feel pretty good. Every week is a learning step along the way with seeing where my knee's at and everything. But the end goal, win a state title, and I believe that in February I will have all the resources around me and all the knowledge that I need to be able to get it done.
Okay. Well, looking at the rest of the season and who you're gonna, stand across from, who is that guy that you're ready to square off with? Who's in your weight class? Who's the one?
There's a couple names out there. One from Butte. His name's Bodie Hazlitt. Short, strong, just stocky, just midget almost, but he is strong. And another from Kalispell. His name is Brett Shivers. He's pretty good. Just strong, quick. And then I don't know. I'm stuck right now between two weight classes, so we'll just see where mid-season takes me if I switch, because 157 is a big cut. But
see, and that's what I love about this sport. You get with this one that you don't get with the others is I can ask you, and you will have specific names in schools for them. It's not like football season where it's just like, man, if we can get past Bozeman, that's our game on the schedule right now is that Bozeman game. And then with track, it's like, well, if I can outrun so and so and so and so, I think I'll be pretty good. It's a one person, like it's it's not a school, it's not like four others. It's like, well, this person or this person. What about do you know who you're going to be squaring off with at Crosstown yet? Who's flirting with your weight class?
Most likely Tegan Dixon.
Ooh.
Wrestled him this last weekend. Either 157 or 165. I'll most likely see him.
Nice. I'm excited for that one. There's a few dream matchups that might actually be up there with that one. I think that'll be a good one. How'd it go?
I got the pin.
Wow.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna be hungry next time he sees
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
All right, some fun Christmas questions for you before we get back on the wrestling stuff. Worst Christmas gifts you ever got?
Me and my grandpa growing up, we always like to tease each other, joke with each other, and he got me this big box. I was like super stoked about it. I was getting ready to open it. I opened it. It's just another box. And I open it again. It's another box. And then I get down and it's nothing. It's a box about this big after a box about this big.
Wow. Hey, be happy it was just a bunch of boxes that were blank where my sister put not an N64 in an N64 box. And I didn't realize it for about 15 minutes until I opened it. And I was like, it felt really light and I should have known, but I was like, there's not an N64 in here. Like, what's going on? And she's laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I cried because it was not the funniest thing ever. That's rude. To those of you out there thinking about playing pranks, make sure that they're practical and funny. Okay. Not funny ones on Christmas are just cruel. So you know about the Red Ryder BB gun? Have you seen that movie? Okay. So what was yours? What was the gift you begged, pleaded, bargained for?
Well, what I never bargained for was clothes, and that's what I always got. But I always wanted a computer, and then I asked about 3 years is a computer, and then 1 year is just hard. I just wanted a hoverboard. I just every month I was asking for a hoverboard. Never got it. Ended up getting the computer that year. And then I used the computer for like 2 months. And then I wanted the hoverboard again. But
to look on Amazon for cheap deals on hoverboards, probably.
Yeah. And then my mom would send me videos of hoverboards blowing up. And I'd be like, all right, this is kind of cool, but
that's like if you ask for a skateboard and your mom just sends you videos of guys like breaking their arms and legs trying to grind on rails. Like, come on, like be practical. Like, yeah, it's probably gonna happen, but that's part of it. Coach knows what I'm talking about. What is the greatest Christmas movie of all time?
I gotta go with Home Alone 1, the first one.
Wow, a classic. Okay.
It's well written. I think it's pretty comical.
At what age did you watch it where you're just like, I probably would have killed him? Because I remember there was a few years where I was like, that was funny last year, but now I was like, that dude's dead.
Oh, yeah. Probably like not too long ago, probably when I was like 15 and I rewatched it. And it's like, what are they doing?
I think that's part of the magic and mystique of that movie.
Yeah.
What is the worst Christmas song ever? And you can't say
Oh,
Mariah Carey's
shoot.
"All I Want for Christmas Is You" because that's low hanging fruit. Don't be that guy.
Worst Christmas song. Shoot, we might have to skip this one.
Okay,
I
all
can't.
right.
Any Christmas song I listen to, I know the words and I just jam out to every time.
All right, back to wrestling then. So on the same team, who's the guy out there that you scrap with on the mat that is okay? This is how I'm going to get better is by wrestling him because we know each other's tendencies and we're I don't know same weight, whatever it is. But who's that guy that constantly makes you feel like you are getting better or want to get better?
This is gonna sound cheap, but my brother Jordan, he's the same way as me, but obviously out of college, so can't really say him. But I think Tegan Dixon's a good one. He's a good one to know. Every time I wrestle him, just see where I've gotten from last time, and it'll be fun seeing where we're both at Crosstown.
That's awesome, man. Well, what's something that you love about being under Coach Carranza's tutelage?
He's very open to ideas and just new things. There's new trends always floating around in wrestling, and he's very open to trying them and taking a look at them. And I'm open to whatever he says we do in practice. So it's very open and healthy relationship.
If he came to practice in a singlet and a luchador mask, what would you guys call him? What would be his nickname?
I'd probably want to give him Macho Nacho.
All right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being on here. Jace Comack, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back after another commercial break with Cale Florchinger after this, so don't go anywhere.
The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors, Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today, 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency. Protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride. All right, we are back, and to close out this edition of the Coach's Show is Cale Florchinger. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. So we got 2 more years,
Yeah.
Cale, but you're already thinking Wyoming.
Yes, I have made my decision so far to go Wyoming. I just think I fit in best there after taking my official visit. But, still have 2 years, just like you said. So we'll see what the future holds.
Well, let's say that the future holds Wyoming for the next 2 years. What appealed to you about them? What makes you feel like you mesh the best there?
Just the community, the guys on the team, the coaches, just the way, they kind of brought me in, made me feel like I was a part of their family and their culture. So
what does coach tell you to look for as far as when you're doing these visits and scouting? Because I'm assuming his opinion is probably the one that matters pretty major to you.
Yeah. Just kind of like where you fit in best, where you see yourself at for the next 4 years for your whole college career, right? And there's their culture. It all just ties down to who they are and where you fit.
Now, were you looking for a place that had like a similar kind of culture and coaching style to what you've been going through at Great Falls High, or something that was going to kind of open the door to something new and maybe some stuff that you hadn't tried before?
There's definitely some similarities. Mainly just the improvement culture. Everyone that you're around just wants to get better, and they want you to succeed as well. And I think we have that at Great Falls High as well. But at the D1 level, it's at the next level. So
Okay. Yeah. And that's a very valid reason. I think anytime somebody goes out of state, I always encourage that, because it's a different experience. You
Right.
get outside the confines of the state lines and out of your comfort zone a little.
my first 2 years of high school, Providence was definitely it was on the radar. But then I just elevated my craft, and it's brought me to Wyoming. So
Okay. So nothing against Providence. It's
No.
just Wyoming just felt better.
Providence is definitely it's a great program. I think it's gonna keep improving over the years. But just like I said, D1 is just a whole nother level. So
Okay. What does wrestling life look like after high school and college for you? Olympics? Like, I don't know why more of you guys aren't wanting to go down the Olympic route. Like, it just seems like it would make sense to me.
right, that's it's definitely been my dream since I was a little kid, to compete at the Olympic level, the world level. But I'm focused on the present, and right now it's high school and eventually getting to college. The goal would to be a national champ, and then wherever it takes me after that, Olympic champ would be the overall goal.
Given any thought to what your gimmick or finishing move might be if you went pro wrestling route?
I haven't.
Oh,
I,
man.
I don't really watch much WWE.
We're gonna have a whole workshop one day where I come in and be like, all right, we're gonna work on your promos, we're gonna come up with names. You and Jensen can get together. We'll make a whole day of it. I think it'd be awesome. So season started. You've had a few matches at duels. Like, where are you at confidence wise, and then what do you got to do to ultimately get where you want to be?
My confidence, I would definitely say it's at an all-time high right now. But I just keep looking to improve. There's always room for improvement, no matter what level you're at. So that's my main mindset going into the season. Just keep improving.
So who are those names across the mat that you're looking forward to squaring off with this season?
This year, I don't think I can think of a name, and honestly, I don't think that would be the main mindset I would have anyways. Even if it was the last 2 years, I just go out and do what I can do what I know I can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's the next challenge is the greatest challenge is the next challenge.
Right.
There, and I think that's an awesome mindset, especially for you guys that are doing one-on-one. Is it doesn't matter who's across the mat from me, I'm going to take on the next guy that's across the mat from me.
Right.
So that's good. Well, do you know by chance though who you'd be squaring off with at Crosstown?
Last weekend, I wrestled Isaac McCamey. I'm not sure what they got going on in their lineup, but as of right now, that's who I know. So,
Is there anybody you personally would want to wrestle from CMR? Like if you had to go up in weight or down in weight?
I won't say any names.
I'm trying to build rivalries here. Like I want dream matchups. We didn't get AJ LaFerge and Irish Firthmeyer, and I'm sad about that because I really wanted to see that matchup. But I think for you guys, the Crosstown Wrestling is one of my favorite crosstowns of the year. I mean, for you guys, where's that rank as far as like your season and make or break? Like, is that a big one for you guys, or?
We definitely look forward to it. I wouldn't say it's a make or break, but again, it's a crosstown rivalry. So we got to be prepared, and I know we're all looking forward to it, and we're gonna give our best.
So Coach was on here and he said that it was a great practice today because there was sweat, blood, no tears yet. So that would have been the perfect practice. What would it take to make Coach cry? Like as far as who would be it to make him cry?
Honestly, I think I can make him cry. Maybe someday. We haven't got there yet, but
It came close. He's a tough one though.
right.
So we know with Comac that it's his dad and his brother obviously are heavy influences for why he wrestles. For you though, what's your origin story? How'd you get into it? Who motivates you?
I'd say my dad. My dad motivates me a lot. And you know, I just started wrestling ever since I was young, and I knew from the start that that's what I was gonna do, and that's what I wanted to pursue. So, yeah.
So Coach Jensen at CMR and your coach here at Great Falls High both got into wrestling from professional wrestling, then realized it was different, and now they're coaching it. But you haven't dabbled in that whatsoever. So what ultimately like made it the wrestling was the sport for you? If there wasn't any outside influence like that,
I would say my attitude. I just always was running around when I was little, just causing chaos. So I think the wrestling mat definitely suits me.
You definitely strike me as the kind of personality who is just like, if you have a problem with me, there's a way we could settle this.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, as we get into the home stretch here of our time, if anybody has any questions for Kale before we wrap up, just drop them in the comments. But I have some fun questions for you, Christmas style. So, what is the worst Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
When I was little, me and my cousins would always go over to our aunt's house, and we'd have a Santa actor come in and give us presents. And I remember one year, I was just so excited to get my present out of that bag, and he pulled out a lump of coal. And man,
bro, no, you didn't.
I was pretty disappointed. But
was that intended?
I would.
Like, were you a bad kid that year?
I didn't think so, but I would assume some of the adults had a part in it for sure.
Were you part of that? Do you remember if he was a bad kid that year?
Probably.
Oh, you're Kylie is in the comments. She said we all got coal. Wow. So apparently you guys were all just bad kids that year.
I guess.
I don't even know what the word for it is. The amount of like confidence and just forget it all that you have to hire a Santa actor for Christmas to give all the kids coal. Woo. That is a legend status that I don't know what the category is.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Okay. That's awesome. That is a perfect answer too, by the way. Like, you got an actual lump of coal from Santa himself.
I did. And
you're not sure what warranted it. Wow. Okay. Well, what was your Red Ryder BB gun growing up? What was that gift?
I'm going to have to go with Jace on this one. I always wanted a hoverboard when I was little, and you know, I think I wanted them a little too much because I think at one time I had like 3 or 4, and I was breaking up the trim in the house, just causing all sorts of chaos. But yeah, definitely a hoverboard.
Okay. See, what disappoints me about them saying they wanted a hoverboard is because I know exactly what they're talking about. Where me and Coach probably grew up wanting a hoverboard, but for a completely different reason. It was Back to the Future Part 2, and that was an actual legitimate hoverboard that they still haven't come out with yet. So you guys are actually lucky that you got something that was feasible called a hoverboard. Although I'll tell you, I don't think there could be a greater gift ever if they actually do invent the pink hoverboard that you can whiz around on.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
Well, I'm glad you agree with that. What's the greatest Christmas movie of all time?
I'm gonna have to go with the Christmas movie.
A Christmas Story?
The Christmas Story. Sorry, yeah.
Wow, with the Red Ryder BB gun, you can handle that for 24 hours on loop?
I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid.
Wow.
I don't really watch Christmas movies anymore, but that was always the go-to.
So did you have a Red Ryder BB gun?
I did.
Wow. Okay. Nice. High five on that. I did too. I'm gonna go ahead and say my first confirmed kill was a robin out of my bedroom window. So I'm not proud of that. My mom hated me for it. She's like, that's not a game bird because we were hunters. Me and my dad were.
Right.
She's like, it wasn't a quail. It wasn't a pheasant. And that thing would not take down a pheasant. I'll tell you, I tried. I could just watch the BB just bounce off the back of the pheasant. I was like, I'm hitting him, but he's not going down. And a quail, that kind of seemed mean. But yeah, a rob, that was bad. Because there were magpies out of my bedroom window too. And she's like, you couldn't have taken down one of those annoying things? And it's like, sorry. So I felt really bad about that. But yes, it never shot my eye out. So that's good.
That's good.
You learn gun safety real quick.
Oh yeah.
It's not Christmas until...
I'm gonna say after Thanksgiving.
Wow. Okay. So you're very much Thanksgiving is its own thing.
Yeah.
How hard is it for you to keep your weight going through a sport that has not only Christmas but Thanksgiving as a part of it?
It's definitely, it can be a struggle at some times, but with the right discipline, and the right dedication, if you just stay on your track, overall it's pretty easy.
So what's it like Christmas Day in your household as far as, okay, you have your self-discipline, right? But obviously there's outside forces at work. There's, siblings, there's parents, grandparents. How many of them are like, or it's okay, like you can have one more cookie, it's not going to kill you? Like what's the forces at work there?
There's honestly, most of them, they wouldn't care if I went in for a cookie or a piece of cake, but I'd say my dad is the main one that gets after me. But you make the wrong decisions during Christmas time, and it definitely has an impact later on in the season.
Yeah. So I asked, come back there, I said, could this sport work any other time of year? Do you think it could work, or does it have to be where you're tempted by Thanksgiving and Christmas to keep that discipline top notch?
I mean, during the high school season, I think it's hard because for me, wrestling season's all year around.
Yeah.
So it's kind of staying healthy is as long as you can. I'd say during the winter is definitely the hardest though, with Thanksgiving and Christmas, for sure.
What's the one workout at practice that kicks your ass?
Honestly, I'd have to say probably the runs on Christmas Eve. So especially after I eat some food, and then I go on a run. It doesn't sit well in the stomach.
So you got your dad policing the pudding and the cookies, and then you have your run after Christmas Eve. Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. But what's your favorite part about the season, though?
Spending time with my friends. And honestly, I wouldn't even begin to call them friends. I'd call them family. Just being in these 2-3 months of season, in the room, sweating, have hard work, and to work as hard as we do and still come back. It's definitely different than a lot of sports, and you gain respect for other people for that. So,
what's your pre-match ritual like?
Now I throw on my beats, jam to some white girl music.
What does that mean? What's like a few songs on the playlist?
California Girls. California Girls probably top 3. But yeah, that's kind of how I get in my zone. Just listen to some music.
Did you teach him that? Wow. Because I've seen guys pace up and down the mat, acting like you don't even want to bother them. I've seen guys slap their heads, get the zone, and you're walking around with headphones listening to California Girl.
Yep.
Oh man, if I knew that and I got pinned by you, I don't think I could ever wrestle again. Like, I'm just saying that might be one of the most just emasculating things that could ever happen to me. I forgot to ask Jason, what's your ritual, your pre-match? You guys share the same playlist? Oh, wow. If it works, it works, and I will have to applaud Coach, because that was not what I was expecting. Who's got a weird one on the team?
I don't know. I haven't really watched most.
Berthmeyer? Oh, what's his?
Yeah.
It's just Damon being Damon.
Yeah.
I will accept that answer. I do think that I'm waiting to hear about the guy or girl, I guess now, that has to walk off into the locker room or the bathroom and just like yell, just like just like getting themselves in the zone, and then they come out and they're like and like, all right, we're good. But California girls, okay. Well, I appreciate your guys' time. It's been a lot of fun. Stay tuned as far as what we do next week. We may be going on our Christmas break here at Stadium Sports Bar Casino for the holidays, because Christmas is on a Thursday this year, and that just kind of makes everything complicated. But we'll have Crosstown coming up in a month or so, and I'm excited about that. But you guys are going to have the Holiday Classic this week at CMR, and you guys will test your skills and your grit there, and get ready for a nice little break, and then back at it, back to the mat. So thank you guys so much. Coach Comack, Forchinger, appreciate you guys so much. So for all of them, I'm the team man, Richard Tiemann. We will see you guys next time.